I'm with Chinese, obviously. I'm up eating, even though I fucking shouldn't be. Say hi, Mommy. I missed her. I'm sad I'm leaving my baby, but Mommy gotta go back to camp. I gotta go back to campus today. So let me go ahead and make this little life update for y'all / mini vlog, if you will. Wanna say bye? Mommy loves you. She's just being quiet. Bye, y'all. Well, hey hoes, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, bitch, welcome to the club. Welcome to the gang. I'm just kidding. I'm not affiliated. Relax. But if you're a returning subscriber, bitch, I miss y'all. And I feel like I have not formally done an introduction like that in a very long time, even though we all know that's not my introduction. We gonna scratch this as a blooper. Let's run that shit back, because we know that that's not my motherfucking intro. Hey, y'all. Welcome back. It's your girl, Nyethebrat, but you knew that. But you know that. And I'm back at it again with another video. If you're a returning subscriber, bitch, I missed you. I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching. And if you are new, girl, join the crew. Hello? Like, why are you not subscribed? Why are you not part of the gang? You know what I'm saying? You know? It just felt really, really good to do my intro, because I feel like I have not formally done a sit-down video like this in a very fucking long time. I feel like I'm always spitting vlogs out at y'all, and I have been really for the past 2 years, because Brat's Way has not been up and running. And if you are new here, Brat's Way is my lash store. I miss my baby so much, and we're gonna get into all that. So basically what this video is going to be about is my major life update. So much has happened, and I know y'all are wondering, well, bitch, you're just now posting on YouTube in March. Where the fuck have you been? Y'all noticed the last video I posted prior to, you know, me obviously, excuse me, consistently posting vlogs and stuff. Your girl was missing, and I hadn't posted a video on YouTube since December, and I have a lot to, you know, say about that. You may need some tissues. Disclaimer, we will be talking, disclaimer / trigger warning. We will be talking about something very sensitive. I don't want to say the word. I may plaster it across the screen, but I feel like with the context of what I'm going to say, you're going to understand what I'm saying. I just don't want to say it because I don't want this video to get flagged or anything like that. Because this is not the sole purpose of the video. It's simply just me updating y'all about my life, and basically updating y'all from my life from December all the way to now and here in March. Okay, so grab a blanket, grab your blunt, grab your wine, do whatever, get comfortable, because we got some shit to talk about. And I'm just so happy to finally sit down and talk to you guys, because a lot has transpired since I have gone missing. So without further ado, let's get into it. Make sure y'all follow me on all social media, Nyethebrat across the board, okay? And make sure you shop Nyethebrat.com. It's a digital products business. I'm getting into all that. But anyways, so let's start back from December, child. So y'all have all seen the video, and I'm going to put the thumbnail or the screenshot of the video here, of the last video I posted in December, which was basically about my birthday. I have not watched that video since I edited the video, so I can't verbatimly tell you what the fuck I put in there. But y'all know every single year since I've been talking about, like, you know, my family situation, Christmas has just not been the same for me as an adult. It's not fun. And I'm not gonna lie, it's very hard to afford Christmas when your birthday and Christmas is 2 weeks apart. And, you know, I don't have like that extra, you know, I can't count on my mom and grandmom to, you know, cover me for my birthday and Christmas anymore. I essentially have to do everything myself. And, you know, we do have a better relationship now, but still, it's just, there are things like Christmas and just holidays in general where it's just like, oh, because I'm an adult now, it doesn't really matter. When it's all actuality, I was raised through holidays like Easter, Christmas, and with Christmas being a week after my birthday, you damn right, I never got cheated. I always got Christmas gifts. I always got birthday gifts, shit like that. So, you know, being an adult, not getting that anymore, it just really, really sucks, you know? Like, the holidays are not the same anymore. They haven't been for a while for me. And it's just like, I still find joy, you know, getting things on holidays. Like, it's like, I'm like a little kid, you know, like it heals my inner child knowing that that little girl still has the opportunity to essentially enjoy the holidays like she used to when she was a kid, when times were good, when times are great, where, you know, even if shit wasn't, you know, always sweet, I would have never known that because I was a kid, and that side of life was kept from me, which I'm very, very thankful for. Oh my goodness, something's in my eye. I promise you I'm not crying. I am fine. Something in my eye. Yeah, so Christmas was just very, very depressing, very, very sad. I had got gag gifts. And if you don't know what gag gifts are, or maybe let me not say gag gifts, stocking stuffers. And it wasn't the fact that I got stocking stuffers that was the issue. The issue with the stocking stuffers was nothing was in there that I liked personally. It was all just shit that, you know, was personally guessed from my mom and my grandma. Like, instead of y'all verbatimly asking me, or just saying, well, we already knew Christmas wasn't happening on Christmas, and it didn't really happen after Christmas either. So every time Christmas comes around, and my grandma will always be like, oh, we're not doing Christmas this year, we'll do it in January. I never want to hear that shit, because it never fucking happens. For real, I could just do my own Christmas in fucking January with my taxes. I don't even rely on them. And low-key, I feel like they forgot that they were supposed to do Christmas in January, but whatever. Nonetheless, it is what the fuck it is. It's water under the bridge at this point. So yeah, I basically got like different kinds of candy, and I'm not really like a big candy person, but I do like Kit Kats, white Kit Kats. Just really anything, like even the Hershey cookies and cream Hershey bars. I love those, but they were literally filled with like shit my mom eats, and it's like, you know, for a fact I don't fucking eat that, so why the fuck would you put that in my stocking stuffer? And then, you know, basically like a few days after Christmas, hell, probably not even a few days. Well, first of all, the two things in there, I think it was, I literally gave to my mom as soon as I opened them. Like, you literally wrap shit up that you knew I didn't fucking like, and you gave it to me. And that's the problem that I'm fucking having. That's why I was in tears the whole video damn near, because it was just like, why do y'all do this to me? It's one thing for you to not put no effort into Christmas, not, you know, or feel as though maybe I'm too old for Christmas or y'all can't afford it, whatever. But you don't have to go as far as even getting me a stocking stuffer filled with shit I absolutely do not like. It has nothing to do with me being ungrateful. It has everything to do with, I feel like y'all purposely are trying to make it seem like I'm such a difficult person and that I ask for a lot, and I really, really don't. Like, I get tired of that. Like, I don't ask for much. I really, really don't. Like, I really feel like every time I'm asking for something, I'm always providing an ultimatum or like a incentive to get help. And I shouldn't have to do that. Like, I feel like that's an automatic trauma response for me. And now I'm just like, if you genuinely don't want to help me, don't help me. But I'm not going to sit here and offer an incentive or something of the sort to have you help me, when if I'm asking you for help, you should just genuinely want to help me from the kindness of your heart and not expect shit out of me. So that just really, really made me sad. And I literally was walking to the hookah store, trigger warning, and I was having those thoughts that you do not have, if you can catch my drift. I don't need nobody sending no wellness checks out for me. I'm fine. It was literally just a thought, and I literally was just like, oh, like, what if, you know, I decided to, you know, just walk in that link right there. And literally it was like, I told my friends, cause I had to kind of like tell them before I made this video. It literally was just a thought, and I know a lot of people believe that actions turn into thoughts, but for me personally, it just really wasn't that. It was literally just a simple thought. I would never do anything like that. I have too much to live for, you know, and that's when I knew like I had to change. I had to figure out what it is that I wanted for myself, because that was another thing. With me turning 25, everything literally started to make sense up here. Like, my frontal lobe literally started to connect and everything started to make sense. And I had really realized that, like, I was sad. I was so sad around my birthday. Excuse me. Granted, I had like a little party, which was so nice, you know, the week before Christmas. And I had like genuine people around me that came to my, you know, event. And it was just nice. I had never celebrated my adult birthday surrounded by people that I actually fuck with, people that I actually consider a friend. And it was just really, really nice. And even my friends from college, you know, came, like my neighbor, my other friend Kiera. Like, it was just a ball. I had so much fun. And I just was sad, y'all. Like, when I say 2023 was so hard for me, I probably cried. For every time I could tell you that I could cry, that I could remember, I promise you I would be rich as fuck. I cried so much last year. It was so bad. And the holidays just made it worse. Like, for some reason, I was really just missing my great grandparents. And y'all know I love them down. They're the OGs. They're my angels above me. And I was just floored. Like, wow, like, y'all are not here. And y'all also know that my great grandma, she passed away 3 days before my birthday. So every year around my birthday, I cried so hard on her day, and I feel like I'm getting emotional right now. But back to the trigger warning and what we were talking about. I didn't tell anybody that because I felt like at that time I would not have been receptive to a wellness check or people just getting in my business and getting invasive and just trying to check on me, because I'm not saying that, you know, I don't have genuine people around me that don't care about me or don't want to check up on me, but I just didn't want anybody in my face. So how I am, if I'm going through something, I remove myself from everybody because I don't want to transfer my energy onto you. And I feel like I've gotten so good at hiding my feelings to other people, even if I was to, you know, even if I was to display a cry for help, you really wouldn't know. And I'll have to put a lot of effort into doing that because I've gotten so good at masking my feelings and just moving on a day-to-day basis. And 2023 was really the year that I realized that I'm tired of being strong. I want to feel my emotions and not feel bad for feeling these emotions. My emotions are very intense. They're very heavy. I feel them greatly, and I feel like it's only like that because all my life I've been labeled as the mental child, the child that doesn't express themselves. And we're not going to sit here and act like there's not a reason behind that. I literally, y'all probably don't know this, or I feel like I've told y'all this, but in case I haven't and you're hearing this for the first time, to make a long story short, when I was in the 5th grade, Lord Jesus, I'm telling you all my business. But Jesus Christ. Cause just thinking about all this, I can't wait to stop talking about December. But anyway, in the 5th grade, I had a boyfriend. He took me out on a dare, and I'm young, dumb. It didn't matter to me. Now that I'm older, I see why that fucked me up in the long run, especially after what I'm about to tell you. And my mom was the lunch aide at my school, at my elementary school, and she was the lunch aide for my boyfriend's class. And we literally got together or like started dating, I think during theater club or something like that. And that's how you know my memory is crazy, because why the fuck do I even remember all this? And that's the thing about me. I don't forget shit. I just store shit. But anyway, my mom had asked me about it because basically everybody and their fucking mama was running their mouth and gums about me dating this man. Mind you, we had never kissed, we had never touched, none of that. I wasn't into boys, like I wasn't boy crazy or anything like that. I was a very much nerd. I was such a kid, like you could not, relationships and all that, like I didn't even have a period at the time. Like I was so just to myself in activities, on the honor roll, straight through elementary school, that type of girl. So like, let me just preface that. And you know, one day my mom had asked me about it and I told her no, because I knew that she was against dating, which theoretically, for real, we were in the 5th grade. What the fuck were we really doing? Not a damn thing. Like, I wasn't really that, it wasn't serious. So like the repercussions that I suffer from this is insane and still traumatized me to this day. But to basically make a long story short, she ended up finding out that I lied. So how she found out I lied was back then when my mom had, I think my mom had passed by then. She did. And I had really just struggled with like putting my emotions on paper. I was always crying. I was very sad. And I just buried my head in books, like reading, you know, schoolwork, clubs, shit like that. And I wrote it in my journal and I tucked it inside the recliner chair that we had at the time. And it wasn't one of those journals that you could like, that had like a lock on it. It was a simple notebook with a little bookmark built inside of it. And I just tucked it inside of the recliner, not thinking nothing of it, because I'm like, well, who the fuck is gonna go into the recliner? And like, I know people sit in the recliner, but like, it's my book, nobody's gonna go through it. And now I know I should have just put that shit in my room, because my mom probably would have never found it. She ends up reading it, and I go off to a school dance. I come home, I shower, and she basically beat the hell out of me. She whooped my ass fresh out the shower, booty butt naked, with a belt. And yeah, so that kind of fucked me up as I got older, because it definitely affected like relationships. Like, I never brought anybody home to her. I never introduced her to anybody. I've only been in one relationship, and granted, she knows my ex-girlfriend or whatever, but like, I refuse to bring anybody home or around her, because it's just like, I don't feel like you deserve that part of me. And that's another reason why I'm not really, I can't really say I'm not too fond of relationships, but that's just, I got my ass beat for that really bad, and it definitely traumatized the fuck out of me. Definitely broke me more than my mom passing the fuck away, and us being sick around the same time. So like, a lot of the stuff that I was dealing with just really here I go getting emotional. A lot of the stuff that I was dealing with was just like it was resurfacing. And then I had to think about like how specifically, like I just said, my mom and I had got sick around the same time, and everybody was just like, oh, she's fine, she'll beat it. Like, you know, she had been in and out of, you know, the hospital and stuff like that for being sick. And we got sick around the same time. And, you know, literally, I would never forget, before well, not even before they remodeled my pop-up's house and whatever, but I literally vividly remember the day she died. She died December 14th. And basically, as she was dying, everybody had to go in and say their goodbyes, and I said my goodbye. And I just felt like I killed her. Like, we were both sick, so I'm thinking like, I can't even tell you what the fuck I even had. Like, that whole day of her passing was just a hectic ass day. Like, we were supposed to move into a house, or look at the house we were supposed to move into. It was just a lot that happened that day. And like, I really just thought, like, as a kid, that I had something contagious, and I got her sick and it killed her. And, you know, you're probably thinking, well, now, as a kid, why the fuck would you think that? But it's like, when you're a kid, your third eye is essentially open. Like, you're not afraid of anything, and, you know, you're very childlike. Like, you're very like, you have emotions. You're gonna act out, you're gonna rage, you're gonna be angry, you're gonna be sad, you're gonna cry, you're gonna do a whole bunch of shit. And nobody, not once, I swear, I could verbatim, I listen, I remember everything. Nobody not once said, hey, it's not your fault, you didn't do this, it's fine. My mom was just old, she was sick, she had health complications, what she did. And just nobody took that load off of me. So I carried that around me for years. I was so angry that she died. Like, to this day, I honestly can't even tell you the last time I watched her DVD. And what I mean by DVD is basically a funeral home designed DVDs of my entire family and my mom, all her greatest moments, all of our family's greatest moments, people's graduations, pregnancies, her and my papa renewing their vows for their 50th, their wedding ceremony, like a whole bunch of memories. And like, the sound, the sound of the fucking audio is just like, oh my god. Like, if I heard it today, I'd probably literally just fall the fuck out. I might just pass out, because that DVD is so emotional. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I probably haven't watched that DVD in a decade. I can't do it. And even my papa has a DVD too that the funeral home made, and I just can't do it. I did find out where they're buried. Their ashes are buried at a cemetery. Why, I don't know. But I do plan on going to see them sooner or later. I would love to do that, because I miss them. And I was not around or yeah, I wasn't around for the ceremonies of any of that. Like, I went to my pop-up's funeral. He had like a military style funeral where they presented the flag to my aunt. That was terrible. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, but when I mean terrible, I mean like sitting front row and watching them salute my aunt by them folding up the American flag and giving it to her because my papa was an Army vet just broke me. Like, it was so sad, y'all, so sad. And I even, at my mom's funeral, I was 8 or 9, something like that, and I sat front row. I literally sat front row at both of their funerals from that young age to, I think I was in my early 20s when my papa passed. He passed in 2018. That was the last time I went to a funeral, and that was the last time I went to church. So I say all that to say December was just very, very heavy for me. It was very, very hard. I failed all of my classes last semester, and I'm still on academic probation. I told y'all that. So like that, just I was fucked up, man. It was a lot. I was going through a lot, dealing with a lot. I was overthinking, feeling like there were people around me that didn't need to be around me. There were people that just didn't appreciate me, and I just started to get in my head about a whole bunch of shit. And even though I'm a firm believer that I wasn't overthinking a lot of shit that I was thinking, I needed to just figure it out. I needed to just let go. I really just let God, honestly. And that's what I did. So I just told God, I cried to him and everything. I said, God, I don't know what I want to do. I can't figure it out. I feel like I I love school. I have a love-hate relationship with school, and y'all know my college story. And if you've been following me for a long time, you know me being in college hasn't been easy. I've been fighting to get my degree since 2017. It's 2024, almost 2025 now. And it's not hard. It's not hard. And I literally just made a TikTok video about this the other day, and I went viral for basically saying, like, I really hate when people ask me about school, because it's like, just fuck me, huh? Like, it's always school, school, school. How's your grades? How's everything? Like, how are your roommates? Like, fuck them. Fuck everything. Ask me how I'm doing. Ask me what do I need. Ask me how my mental is doing. Ask me if there's anything that you could do to relieve the stress off my plate. Something. My mom does that all the time, and I understand that, you know, she means well, but it's annoying. Like, without no me, there's no school. I want everybody to realize this. And I literally have been going to therapy for this exact reason. I literally have been going to therapy since, I want to say, September of last year. So up until that point, I was seeing my therapist, but everything that I'm telling y'all in this video, I never told my therapist, like, even because I just didn't want to suffer any repercussions that would have happened to me. I didn't want no wellness checks. I didn't want any of that, for real, because it was literally a thought, and I did not want to sit here and argue with people that obviously had to report if I had those thoughts and stuff like that. And also, our sessions are very, very short. So, I can't say all this in one session. And yeah, so I just told God, you know, guide me in the right direction, and I want to be successful. I want to be successful at doing what I love. I want to get my degree. I haven't, the 18-year-old me hadn't fought as hard for all this time for me to just keep fucking up. Like, I know I'm fucked up, but I don't want to be fucked up anymore. God forgive me. I didn't say it like that, but I just like asked him for like guidance. I asked him for forgiveness. I asked him to guide me to the right path, and you know, he started speaking to me, and I started to read. Which, if you don't know, if you personally know me, you know I love to read. I just haven't picked up a physical book in a long time because everything's digital now. And I recently went to my public library and got a library card, something I haven't had since 2016 when I was in high school. And I checked out a Colleen Hoover book, and I was so happy because it was just like, wow, like I really am getting back into doing the things that I love. I also started to read Viola Davis's Finding Me, her autobiography, and that woman can write her ass off. Like, that book had me tearing up the first couple pages, I'm not gonna lie, because the colorism that she dealt with when she was a kid, I can only imagine what that was like for her. And she was very, very descriptive about her upbringing. And I'm not that far into the book, but I'll keep reading. I'll keep you updated. Let's talk about January. So January, I decided to take a leap of faith, and I decided that because I had the passion for content creation, and y'all know TikTok is my biggest platform with 391,000 followers, it's time for me to connect back with my audience and get the posting. So I started posting on TikTok again consistently 3 times a day, 3 to 5 times a day, actually, consistently every day for like a week. My analytics went up, the money went up, and I finally made my first 4-figure check off TikTok. I made $1,500. I post the proof here. I plan on doing a video about that, so I won't get too into how I went about making that, because I'll make a separate video for that. But I made my first 4 figures, and TikTok held my money up until February 15th. Can you imagine asking God to help you figure out what it is that you want to do, and to just release all of this energy off you, and you finally listen to him and do what you're supposed to, and you get your money held? Like, I had so much to do. Bills was past due. Like, and I'm not even afraid to say it, bills was past due. And I literally couldn't get that money for a month, and it was so annoying. I'm literally texting TikTok every single day, yo, where's my money? Like, I was this close to blasting them, but I was like, you know what? I don't want to lose my opportunity to make money off this platform, off my content, and I don't want them to not give me the money they owe me, because I did work my ass off for that, and I actually made $1,500 in 2 weeks. It was such a blessing. It was so nice, and I need to make that kind of money every month. Hell, more than that, but that was a start, and I was very happy that I was able to do that, because that's something that I haven't done. Yeah, I have a big ass following, but I've never made that much money off of my content in one like sitting. Over time, maybe, from outside sponsorships and stuff because of my platform, maybe, but not actually off the platform. So I was super, super happy and grateful for that. And I definitely thank God, because he definitely, me and him were on the same page, basically. Excuse me. So January, that's what I was really doing. Just going crazy with my content, and really just trying to figure out what it was that I wanted to do. And also just realizing that this semester was a clean slate for me. And I needed to get my shit together when it came to school. Like, I needed to figure out how the fuck I was going to fall back in love with school, how I was going to do better and excel, because now that I've basically failed all of my classes and withdrew some courses, and I had no business doing that either, I had to do another financial aid appeal, which I feel like I talked to y'all a little bit about that. Or I probably didn't. I feel like now, because I didn't have to do an appeal until after the fall semester. So I basically had to talk to the financial aid advisor or whatever. And basically, I wasn't going to be able to go to school this semester, or basically finish getting my degree, because Rowan seen them failing grades, and they're like, yeah, bitch, we're tired of you playing with us. We tired of you playing with us, taking our money and not fucking doing what you're supposed to. Like, you're assed out. Get your money up, not your funny up, and pay for your own fucking tuition. Y'all know that wasn't fucking happening. I have not paid for my college education this far. I wasn't going to start now. Because that would have been a lot of TikToks that I would have had to make. So, I talked to somebody, and basically I had to do another appeal, another SAP appeal, which basically means this time, well, basically what ended up happening was my financial aid got revoked for the rest of the term, or really, like I said, the duration of me completing my degree. And the SAP appeal, the second one, I had to basically explain why I didn't meet the SAP requirements the first time. which is just a fancy term for satisfactory academic progress, if I'm not mistaken. I just thought about that just now. Because y'all are probably gonna ask, well, what the fuck is that? So, yeah, girl, I had to do the appeal, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I put it off. I put it off until March, and that was that. I literally had been going to school for the free ski from January all the way up until last week, 2 weeks ago, because I keep forgetting spring break was last week, so 2 weeks ago. Yeah, girl. So I just put that off because it was just like the financial aid lady scared me. She basically, typical white woman, oh, well, you know, they're not going to approve your second appeal. You might as well just get a private loan. And I'm not going to lie, I feel like it was the same bitch that I spoke to before. I'm not going to lie to you, I feel like it was the same white woman that I spoke to before. And one thing about me, I don't let nobody, white or black, blue or brown, to speak fear into my plans and make it seem like I can't do something, because all work without faith is dead. Faith without work is dead. There you go. Amen. And I don't give up. I haven't given up since 2017. You think I'm gonna give up now because I'm fucking up? No. I have a clear mind, a clear headspace. I know exactly what the fuck I'm finna do, and I'm gonna do that. So that, she really definitely got in my head with that, because I really was just convinced, like, oh my gosh, like, this appeal is going to be harder to get approved. They're not going to approve it because this is like my second one. I've been on SAP for quite some time now. Like, it's clipped for me. Like, I might as well just, basically my goal was, if they didn't approve my SAP, I was literally just going to go crazy with TikToks, rack up some money, and pay for me to go back to school in the fall, which I didn't want to do because that would have further delayed my graduation date. So yeah, that's kind of how January went. February got better because I got my money. TikTok released some motherfucking funds on the 15th, okay? So your girl got paid, and even though I didn't have a refund check because I had no financial aid, I still had some money. I paid all my bills even though they was past due. And I fucked around and went ahead and paid February's bills too, because we wasn't gonna have them past due either. So, but February was a really, really good month. I got my ish together. I fell back in love with school. I did basically in January, but that progressed into February. So I can't really remember how something happened in a class. I think I was just very, very attentive in a class about something that interests me, and I was just so intrigued, and like I just started forming like good habits. Like I started to get up earlier. I would go to class on time. I would come home and do my homework, or I would record my lectures in class so that way I wouldn't be so hyper focused. Because one thing about me, when I'm sitting in class, now that I'm older, I feel like I got ADHD. I can't sit still. I have to do something. Especially if the teacher is just talking the whole time, I have to do something. And luckily with my iPad, I was able to get away with it. I would literally just be on my iPad watching TV. I'm sorry, like, and I wouldn't do that often, but I would basically just be doing other things, like maybe admin work, like reading emails, responding to collabs and shit like that. Just having a ball. But I will also like just record the lectures because I felt like they were too boring for me to listen to. So at least, and also something I had learned now that I'm older, I can't really follow along and take notes. Like there's like a disconnect. So I started recording my lectures and listening to them at home as I did my homework, and that started to make a lot more sense for me, because now I'm able to recall, well, oh, I remember this in here. Like, oh, I remember I remember her talking about that. You get what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck is going on with my eye, because you did a good job at really fucking up my day. Mashed potatoes cold as fuck in the middle. Anyways, yo, I'm funny as hell. But yeah, girl, February, I just started networking more, going out to more events, really taking my academic improvement seriously, because I just knew that I wanted to do better. I was going to graduate. I'm determined to graduate. And I also decided that I wanted to take up cannabis entrepreneurship. And what I could basically say about cannabis entrepreneurship is basically I'm learning, or in school learning, because I'll graduate with my Bachelor of Arts in Psychology with a minor in Sociology, and a CUGS, aka or Certificate of Undergraduate Studies, with the acronyms, in cannabis entrepreneurship. And basically cannabis entrepreneurship is just the knowledge of like how to sell cannabis, and like you learn the history, you learn like the entrepreneurship behind it, the innovation of it, how to actually conduct yourself within the industry, all that good stuff. And for somebody that is a active weed smoker, I felt like that was perfect. I might as well learn about the shit that I be smoking and possibly maybe one day have my own dispensary, you know? Like, I'm all for learning new things, and I feel like, you know, whether I want to kickstart a dispensary after I graduate or not, I will have that knowledge, okay? So I decided I wanted to kick that up, and you're probably like, girl, how the fuck did you decide to kick that up and you over here failing this shit? Girl, one thing about it, I reach for the stars. Nothing academic-wise is too out of my reach. I've reached for everything, and once it's in my reach, I'm gonna get it, and I got it, and I did it. So I immediately got that put on my record, and I actually registered for those classes this fall, so I'm super, super excited to take those classes. I definitely will be vlogging all that this fall, all that good stuff. So March currently. So I fell back in love with school. I told you I had no financial aid from January up until March, which is this month. I turned in my appeal, and I wrote the most beautiful appeal letter ever, on top of providing the correct documentation I needed to show them, you know, me actually improving, what I'm doing to improve. And thank God I have people like my primary doctor, my therapist, even though, anyways, my therapist, who else? My academic advisor, my academic improvement advisor. Like, I have a lot of people rooting for me. And I think besides me providing that documentation I needed to, my words really, really did what they were supposed to. And this, you would think I could have just did that back in January, but I was so in my head, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, this not happening for me. They finna give my ass the chair. Like, girl, you gonna have to give it the fuck up and get on TikTok and make that money on, cause this ain't fun, yon. Like, I was distraught. I didn't think it was gonna happen, and they approved it, and I literally wanted to cry, because that's one less thing I had to worry about. Now, I will say, you know, they did approve my IPO, so your girl got her financial aid restored. And as long as during the remainder of my program here at Rowan, as long as I pass all my classes C's and above, and I can keep my aid, okay? So I talked to my academic advisor this morning, actually yesterday morning. I'm sorry, I keep touching my hair. It's just so cute. And I'm not used to my hair being this short or this color. I've never done this color. I knew I could pull it off, but now I want to pull it off with a bust down middle with some curls. But anyway, I talked to my academic advisor, and how I mapped out everything, because I will be taking summer courses. I'll be taking 2. I'm going to graduate next fall. So not this incoming fall of 24, because I failed last semester, which sucks, because I technically feel like I probably would have been able to graduate spring of 2025, spring of the 24-25 school year, which will be next year. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm not mad. So I will be graduating next fall of 2025 if all goes well. And let me not even say if all. Everything's gonna go fucking well, because I'm doing well now, and I'm gonna explain. I'll graduate in December of 2025, but I won't walk until 2026, because Rowan does not have winter graduations, which I'm not mad at, because I didn't want no rinky-dink winter graduation any motherfucking way. I wanted to go all out and turn Rowan out come May of 2026. So fine by me. I'm gonna take that little month or couple months to enjoy myself, stack my bread, hell, relax, sleep, and just be so amazed that I really did what the fuck it was I said I was. Even though it took me long, I never gave up. And I think that's why my college journey and story is so inspiring, because education has always been my first love. It always has been. And that's something I never lost sight of. And when you're really passionate about something, despite what everybody's telling you, despite what people think you should do, and despite the trials and tribulations you may have trying to get there, I don't give a fuck what it is. Do it. Do it, do it, do it. Don't wait. Don't feel like you're too old. I would have hated to not try and keep my ass in school and stay in school and wait till I'm 30 plus with some kids, and now I'm trying to go back to get my degree. Not saying it's not possible, but I want my 30s to be for me. I don't want my 30s to be me still in school. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't want that. I spent my 20s with school. We're gonna be done with school in my 20s, period. So that was really, really good news. But how I'm doing academically now, I'm doing great. I'm super, super happy with where I'm at. I am failing my lab class, and that is my fault. I take full accountability for that. But also, the assignments are weighted high and they're graded low. Like, so for example, all the assignments for the most part are 10 to 15 points. So when you get like a 3.5, a 4.5, a 5.6 out of 10, it drops your score really low. I'm missing 2 assignments, and I guess you could say that's the reason why I'm failing the class. Also, I ended up like a dummy, turned in the wrong lab report. It was freaking blank. So I reached out to my professor. She's not letting me make up the 2 assignments from the beginning of the semester. Okay, cool, whatever. But she's letting me turn in the lab report that I turned in blank, but she's counting it as late, which is fine. And then we're able to redo a lab report. So I'm going to turn in a redone lab report, and you can get at least an 80, nothing higher than that on the redo lab report. And as long as I keep going to class, participating, working with my group mates, and now that I have a laptop, my red ruby the sleeves, let me show y'all. Isn't she pretty? I got me a 15.6 Henny HP laptop because I needed one for school. Going to the library is such an inconvenience for me. And I really, really like working in the comfort of my own home or the study room down the hall. So I literally just invested in this, and I also invested in graphic design. I'm very, very passionate about graphic design. I'm learning through Morpho Graphics Academy. I'm super, super excited to be her student. I even made a graphics page called Grow Graphics. So I'm gonna put all that stuff down below in the description box for y'all. I put some passion projects I done made up here. You might see some of the girlies on YouTube that you may know. Her to Hustle, Love Her Down. That is really my friend for sure. I can't wait to get to Houston one day and link with my girl, because we're gonna have a ball. Like, I love her down. I love her brand. She just eats down for me. And we love a hustling mama, okay? I've really been having a ball with graphic design, and I also launched my digital products business in February. That's something else I forgot to tell y'all about February. I finally launched Nyethebrat.com, which literally for right now just consists of digital products about TikTok. And I also published my first self-help journal. I'll put it somewhere here on the screen. I was super, super proud of that because I haven't written anything for real since I was on Wattpad. And if you know, I'm Wattpad famous too. I'm famous everywhere for real. But bitch, Wattpad is where I thrive. And it was just nice to finally write something that I was passionate about. So I'm definitely going to be bringing back the entrepreneur series. I have not done that in years, since my early 20s. So stepping back into it now that I'm mid 20s and I'm 25 now is going to be so different, so surreal. I'm giving it to y'all raw, uncut. I'm trying to tell y'all some shit that y'all haven't heard before, but also let y'all know the mistakes that I've made along the way, because I feel like back then when entrepreneurship was, I don't want to say glamorized, when it was popular, I feel like it was just a lot of repetitive rhetoric. And even myself in my own series, I felt like I was repeating a lot of things based off of what I seen in the research that I did. And now that I'm older, So I'm going to be happy to redo my entrepreneur series, bring that back for y'all, bring y'all behind the scenes of me doing graphics, creating my digital products. Like, I'm super, super happy to bring that series back because I feel like we need a little spice to this channel. Like, I want to do girl talks. I want to do sit down videos like this. I want to do my makeup. I want to do shit that I used to do. And, you know, also another thing too, y'all know that, well, you probably don't know, but I've been struggling ever since I started to fall into depression. I want to say back in like my depression has been high and low since 2021. So in 2022, that's when I really stopped watching YouTube. I was more consistent, but well, I was consistent, but I was here with the consistency. So I literally, what I've been doing is I've been going back watching all my unwatched videos. I have like 800 unwatched videos from like Tay, Kyra, my girl Guaparella, Desp, just a whole bunch of my girlies, Kyla Shay, Niche, like every freaking body. So I'm literally recapping everybody's lives over the past like almost 2 years. And it's kind of refreshing because it's like, damn, like I really, really miss doing this. And I feel like me watching YouTube videos will help me hold myself accountable and inspire me too, because there's a lot of shit that I've been missing, girl. And I love watching my girlies because I wouldn't be watching them if I didn't like their content. And I wouldn't be watching them if they didn't inspire me in some kind of way. So I'm super, super happy to get back into YouTube. And I was just like, you know what? I'm tired of not facing them. I'm tired of not posting. Like, literally, I kept thinking, like, every single day from January, like, I gotta post on YouTube. I gotta post on YouTube. But I didn't know what to post. I was too sad. I was too ashamed. It was just a lot going on. And I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. And I did it. So I've been consistently dropping here on YouTube. I'm loving what I'm seeing. Thank y'all so much for all the love in the comments. And I really, really do appreciate y'all. I feel like I have some new people commenting on my stuff. I love y'all. My comments may not be flooded just yet, but I'm very, very appreciative of everybody that watches my content, interacts with it, likes it, shares it, does whatever. Like, y'all know, I love y'all down. I love y'all down. I literally have a accordion folder of all of the thank you cards and the notes that y'all have given me over the years from y'all businesses, unboxings that I've done. And I'm like, damn, I need to hang this up somewhere. So when I do fall into my episodes, when I do feel like I'm not doing enough or I'm confused and I'm sad, I have all these beautiful ass notes and letters that y'all have given me over the years. I have all that stuff. Like, I never threw nothing out. I got stickers, notes, letters, every cards, birthday cards. Some of y'all have even went as far as sending me birthday cards to my college address. Like, when I say I love y'all down, I love y'all down. In March, I've really just been, everything has just come full circle for me. I've been getting opportunities left and right, internships. I've been applying for internships, summer stuff. I do have a really, really big interview today, and I'm not going to say anything until everything is done because I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll let y'all know. But I'm so happy that I was able to talk to God, have that conversation, and we basically were able to piggyback off of each other for the past 3 months. I feel like I can definitely finish out my year strong. Gain a lot of experience, do great things as a 25-year-old, and really just set the bar in, you know, knowing that I'm doing everything that I loved and I put God first. So I'm just super, super happy, y'all. Like, I couldn't be happier. Like, to know that in December I was in such a sad, dark place, and, you know, 3 months later, here I am. Like, it's crazy. I didn't really drink that much, but I cut back on drinking. I even went as far as I took a 2-week break off of weed. I was supposed to do a whole month, but I took a 2-week tolerance break. And I'm going back on, well, I'm back on a tolerance break until 420, because y'all know the weed smokers is 420, okay? Like, that's for the real niggas, okay? So I'm super excited about that because last year for 420 I looked real cute and I was so and it's on a Saturday. Like, what? We outside. Fuck what you talking about? That's crazy. It's 1:46 in the morning. I've literally had my second phone in my hand this entire time with notes of what I wanted to say to y'all, and I literally didn't even have to look at it. Like, I thought I was gonna have to, you know, look at the shit, and I didn't have to. Hold on. But yeah, y'all, I'm super happy. I'm loving graphics. And, you know, I also, too, like, I have learned to become a better dog mom. I know I'm not a real mom to whoever, you know, like, I never want to downplay actual motherhood, but, you know, dog mom motherhood is a real thing, okay? Like, Dior is insured, okay? I pay for her insurance every month. She gets shots, flea and tick medicine so she doesn't get sick or bit on. She gets groomed professionally. That costs money. She gets fed 3 meals a day on top of snacks, if they're snacks, or not even if they're snacks. If I decide to give her snacks, she has plenty of toys. I brush her teeth every morning and night, and my grandma does the same because we finally figured out how to do that. Like, she's a child, okay? And I've just been very attentive of her. Like, I fell in love with Dior all over again. Here I go getting emotional. I was been supposed to make a video of me and y'all niece, and I never did because, I'm not gonna lie, when I first got Dior, I had no attachment to her. None. Like, I was stunned that I had her. I bought her. I literally took my refund check and I bought her. I spent $1,200 to buy Dior from an emotional support breeder, because that's around the time where my depression was at all-time high, and I was just like, well, my inner child will heal itself if I get a dog, because that's something I always wanted and my mom could never afford that. And I also think the reason why I didn't really have such a strong connection with Dior was because I wasn't there with her on a day-to-day basis. I literally bought her thinking that I could just bring her on campus with me, and no, there was rules and regulations. She wasn't old enough. She wasn't in the proper weight class enough, and she would literally have to be the age that she's at now for me to bring her on campus. And even then, like, it still would be hard for me to live a normal life, like going out to network. I don't party or anything like that on campus anymore, so that wouldn't be the issue. But I'm in class. I don't trust my roommates. I'm very picky and particular about who I let around her. And also, she has anxiety like her mommy. When she's not around whoever, she will bark, she'll cry, she'll whine, she'll scratch up shit. I just didn't want her to fuck up my apartment. So my mom and grandma and I just made the agreement that while I was in school doing what I need to do, I would help them take care of her, you know, even if that's just sending them money, making sure she gets groomed without me being there, and making sure that they're primary holders on my account to get her taken care of, because I don't play when it comes to my fucking kid. But, excuse me, I didn't have, and I was so envious of not, I was so envious of not having that connection with my kid, because it's just like, damn, like, why don't I have this connection with my child? What the fuck is going on? Like, I love her so much, but, you know, I didn't have any connection with her. I just felt like because she was a baby, she was just so used to everybody else and not me, and I felt like she didn't know who her mom was. But, you know, as I started to come around her more, and just be, you know, obviously more motherly, she figured out real quick who the fuck her mommy was. And as long as she know, because even now, like, you know, she has her favorites. She don't sleep in my room, which is fine, but she'll always come in my room throughout the day. Like, I started to open up my door more, and that's not something that I recently started doing, but like, I'm talking about like 2 years ago when I got her. I just started being more receptive to her and just really learning her. And, you know, for the past couple months, I've definitely been learning my 2-year-old. She's not terrible. She's just very hyper and very crazy. But that's my baby. Every time we go outside, I swear, y'all think I'm okay, y'all. I'm back, and I'm gonna hurry the hell up because it literally said that I had no storage. So I literally had to go on my phone, delete a whole bunch of fucking apps. I keep forgetting I have 256 gigs, not 512 like I do on this one. But like I was saying, like, you know, I've just been very attentive of Dior. Like, Dior is probably the only person that can get affection out of me. I'm not affectionate at all. I don't like being touched. I don't like being rubbed, hugged on, kissed, none of that. Like, I think all that's gross. Even when my mom used to kiss my cheek growing up, I used to literally wipe it off. Like, I'm not affectionate. What else is new with me? Oh, my iPad. I want to cry about this too. She's broken. I'm actually quite shocked it's still even on. Look at that. Oh, almost hit myself. So what happened the other day basically was, and it's actually kind of scaring me that it's still on. It should literally be dead. which makes me feel like it could be a system issue. I don't know, screen issue, I don't know. I can't even turn it off, and I think it's very dumb with Apple products that you can't turn them off because you still have to swipe right to confirm that you're turning it off. Like, Apple, get rid of that shit immediately. But I have y'all know I don't have my TV anymore. So I have my iPad on my bed like this as a TV. My grandmom came in my room the other day, and Dior's very hyper. She gets very excited when she sees me in the morning. That goes for anybody, really. So when she jumps on my bed, it knocked my iPad over, and I wanted to literally cry. Like, that's why I don't like my space being invaded. I don't like people coming into my space. I don't like being woken up, because I have things in here a certain kind of way. So when you come in here disrupting that and fucking it up, now I'm all over the place and I'm distraught. So I can't do anything about this right now. I don't have the money, honestly, to get it fixed. But if y'all would like to help me get it fixed, 28 of y'all could go on my website and purchase my Bitch Relax Okay ebook. It's, well, not an ebook, it's a journal. It's a self-care / self-help journal for the girls. If 28 of y'all purchase that ebook, I can get this fixed. But for right now, I just can't even worry about it. Like, the fact that this is even broken really breaks my heart, because I've literally only had it for a year. I just made a year not that long ago, like maybe a couple weeks ago. I was doing all my graphics on this. This was my school stuff, so like I had to transport everything over to my computer as best as I could. I can't get into this. The screen is fucked. Like, I can't get into this. Mind you, I take very, very good care of my Apple products. I don't have Apple Care. It expired, which is crazy, because Apple literally comes out of my account every week. I fucking feel like every time I turn around, I'm paying for something. So why my Apple Care expired, I have no clue. Excuse me. And I also just feel like it's dumb as fuck to not be able to restore your Apple Care. If I paid over a rack for this bitch, why can't I get some insurance back on it? I don't understand that. But I just recommend from here on out, and I'll be taking my own advice, I just will be buying the Apple Care full out instead of doing it monthly, because it's some weird screwy shit going on with that. So my iPad and my Mac are both in the graveyard right now. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm super, super sad about it. I feel like I just bought a new Apple Pencil for nothing, and then I ended up finding my original Apple Pencil. So now I have 2 pencils and a broken iPad that I can't use with a keyboard that I just got batteries for. That's my life. What else? I'm not dating. I'm still single. I'm gonna talk to you guys about this in a video too, but I just made 6 months of being celibate on the 9th. I'm just loving this journey that I'm on. I've just really have been, not necessarily in my head, but I've just been very, very passionate about a lot of things, really figuring myself out, journaling, meditating, just really just doing my thing, doing the shit that I know that Nija can be, Nyethebrat, all that. And it's truly a blessing. I really did not think that I would get here, but I always know that regardless of whatever storm I go through, this too shall pass. I didn't get this shit tatted on me for nothing. This is really a lifestyle, and I don't know if y'all can kind of see. I got strength tattooed on my forearm, and again, that I look at this every day. You get what I'm saying? So don't feel bad for me. Don't go crazy when you watch this. I really hope, like, you know, you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what else y'all want me to talk about. I really do miss doing sit down videos like this with y'all. Excuse me, I know that was a lot to cover. That was a lot for me to talk about. But I just had to get that all out of my chest so y'all understood where I was coming from, and y'all know I never like to leave y'all out, and y'all know I love having y'all in my business. Just kidding. But like I said, I'm super happy, I'm super grateful, and I'm just pushing myself. I'm trying my best to not overextend myself. Day by day, I'm creating to-do lists to increase my productivity. I'm being productive, which I'm so happy about. I'm just doing my thing for real, and I really feel like I will be reaping the fruits of my labor towards the end of this year, or hell, even the middle of this year. We never know. But I'm super, super grateful. And I just want to thank God for really getting me out of that darkness that I was in, and just allowing me to smell the flowers, and, you know, just showing me that I can be me and be, oh, I had to sneeze. I can be me, and I can be at my max potential, and I can see that potential within me. And I'm just so happy, and I'm so grateful, and I love my kid. I love Dior so, so, so much. Like, oh my goodness, I love that girl with every ounce of my being. Like, I get so sad going back to school leaving her, but I'll be back Saturday because, oh yeah, that's something else I need to tell y'all. Hold on, before we wrap this up. So back in not the last vlog I dropped, the vlog before that, I was mentioning how I possibly have PCOS. So I've had heavy periods all my life. My mom had heavy periods, my grandma had heavy periods. She actually got a partial hysterectomy done. When it should have been a full hysterectomy. A white man literally told her, like, years ago, after when my mom did she just have my mom? I can't remember, but basically told her that her ovaries look great, and he didn't see the need as to why she needed to take them out. Anyways, my mom had a very heavy period. She got her period when she was 9, and her periods were so heavy that she had to use, you know, those big black gallon trash bags. She had to sleep under those as a 9-year-old. Imagine that. I didn't get my period until I was 11, but I couldn't imagine my period being that heavy that I have to sleep on loud ass trash bags. Like, I felt so bad for her. So that's really hereditary in my family. And as we gotten older, I've been really like such a stickler on everybody to basically like do what the fuck you're supposed to do. Take care of your health. Go see the fucking doctor. Get checked up. Get your mammograms done. Get your pap smears done. Like, I'm not fucking around. And I'm not fucking around with myself either, because I've been getting, you know, tested for, you know, obviously STDs and stuff like that. And just different testings and stuff like that. But as of like recently, for the past year, my periods have been going past the normal range of, you know, what my period stay is. So what I mean by that is I typically would bleed from like 4 to 5 days. 5 days would really be pushing it. It really just depends on, you know, that month, and, you know, probably what I was eating and consuming the week prior. But, you know, for the past year, it's been going on to like 7, 8, 9, 10 days. But my flow will lighten in those extra days. So like, it was never like extra cramps or anything like that. My like I said, my flow would lighten those days. But it was just annoying. I always have to keep putting on a pad when my period should be fucking over. Like, what the fuck is going on with my girl down there? So I finally gotten to see my OBGYN, because I literally have not been able to see one. It's just so hectic and hard as fuck to find one out here. I don't know what the fuck the problem is. We talked, and I didn't, you know, I told her, like, I need more information about PCOS before I go any further. Like, please educate me on what it is. And I just told her I really want to get tested for it, because I feel like me knowing that I have it, like, with an actual diagnosis, that could really change my life for the better. Like, and I will also, you know, just do better. And also know how to treat my body, because clearly whatever the fuck I'm doing is not working, and it's really not working if my ass is bleeding past the time I'm supposed to. So she was super, super sweet. We talked about it. She asked me some questions, and it basically looks like that I do have it. So what I have to do is I have to wait for my next cycle to come, which will be in 5 days if Flo's not a liar. And I have to go get blood work done while I'm on my period. And once, you know, the blood work gets back to her, we're going to create an appointment together and talk about it. I feel like she's going to tell me that I have it, but if she does, that would make so much sense. Like, I get chin hairs here. I do get a stash. You can't really tell, because you just can't tell. But my arms are hairy. They may not look like it from here because I'm bright as fuck, but I've always had hairy ass arms, hairy legs. I'm hairy everywhere. And it's just a lot. So I may have that. Also, I have to get iron transfusions done because my iron is super, super low. That's also another hereditary thing for me. So the doctor finally said, you know what, it's time for you to get transfusions done. Thankfully, my insurance approved that, so I have to get 6 because they're cheap as fuck and they don't want to give me 2 transfusions at a higher dosage. So now I have to sit through 6 fucking iron transfusions. I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy about that at all. And now that I think about that, and I just reminded myself, I need to call the doctor's office later to get that scheduled because we need to get the ball rolling. What the fuck is the hold up? My iron is low, baby. We need to get me in and out of here. I gotta go to y'all 6 times. But I did talk to my doctor about that. I'll call him my iron doctor. He was super, super cool, real chill. He told me, like, you know, what the procedure was, how it'll happen, how my transfusions will go, and things like that. He said it's not that long. I don't mind getting needles. I used to get blood, and I actually love phlebotomy, so I don't have a problem with being stuck. Or like I was saying, I don't have a problem being stuck or getting stuck. And I apologize if the quality decreased. I'm literally going from my 14 Pro to my 11 Pro because I literally don't have storage on here all of a sudden. Like, who the fuck was going to tell me that all of a sudden my ass was running out of storage? I'm confused. But as I was saying, yeah, so there's that. You know, that's gonna be fine. My doctor literally told me once I get these iron transfusions, my iron will start to increase or get higher over time. My iron levels, excuse me, will increase and get higher over time, but the anemia will take a long time to skyrocket back up. But they're just gonna monitor it, and God willing and praying that, you know, my iron transfusions will be successful, which I'm not too worried about. I also do take iron every single day, so that has helped as well. I'm trying to figure out if there's anything else that I'm missing before I wrap this up, because I feel like I've been talking to y'all for like forever. But if y'all don't mind, honey, if y'all don't mind, I'll talk to y'all. Crimson, the crimson white on the hair, baby, and this is Yellow Crane hair store hair. This is their 10-inch pink wig, pink closure wig, excuse me. We cut it. My stylist, new stylist, cut it and feathered it, and it's cute. I know the feather is gonna drop. I know it is, and that's low-key the reason why I haven't been asleep yet, because I don't know how to fucking wrap my hair. And also, all my hair stuff is on campus. So I'm actually going back to campus today. My spring break's over, sad to say, and I gotta get back and finish strong, even though, like I said, I'll be back Saturday. So this is my last little night actually sleeping in my bed or being in my bed. I have class later today at 5 o'clock. And then I have graphics class, so I'm super, super excited about the both of that. I'm just happy, y'all. I really, really am. Oh, another one thing, and I posted about this already, but another reason why I have to wait this cycle to get this shit done for my PCOS testing is because I literally caught COVID. Caught COVID from either my mom or grandma, don't know. I literally had no symptoms other than like my nose being runny and my throat itching at a point, but I literally just thought it was my sinuses. Got tested at Rowan's Wellness Center. The lady's like, oh, you know, just relax, you know, you're gonna be fine. And then no, I have COVID. I literally busted out crying. Because like I said, my grandma don't have an immune system, so me coming home with COVID was just not ideal. They were gonna have to put me in emergency housing. It was just gonna be a whole bunch of shit. And like I said in the other vlog, I don't like being uncomfortable, or yeah, I don't like being uncomfortable while I'm sick. I just want to be somewhere safe, somewhere that I can call home. So yeah, we all had COVID. They're recovering from COVID. They're doing much better. It took them a little bit longer to recover, especially my grandma, because like I said, she don't have an immune system. I literally didn't have symptoms the entire time. The only thing that was wrong with me was my appetite change. And now I'm dealing with like craving a lot of things, especially late at night. Like I feel like I'd be hungry, and I don't know. It could be my mind playing tricks on me. I don't know. But I had literally had no appetite when I had COVID. It was just annoying. Then I had to stay in the house. I couldn't do nothing. And I said, literally, for spring break, girl, we just gonna relax. Like I literally caught spring break. That's how I know I need to lay my ass down. I caught COVID literally the week before spring break. And even though I didn't have any plans other than being in my bed sleeping, which I did on top of some homework and graphics, I wasn't having it. It really had me distraught. So luckily I was able to come home, recover, go back to school before spring break, and come home for spring break. And I've literally been home during spring break, homework, talking to people, applying to internships, summer jobs, figuring out what I want to do for the summer, what that's going to look like, mastering graphics day by day, just really taking some time. And now that I've really reset myself, I'm really ready to go back and finish off strong. Like I said, I keep saying it, I'm super happy, and I just love y'all. I really miss y'all. I want to make sure I get my content out to y'all. Like I'm starting to fall back in love with content creating and doing what it is that I love, and just a plethora of things, because that's not just, like I said, content creating. It's reading, journaling, writing, working with brands, talking to people, networking, putting myself out there, you know, just having a fucking ball, you know. So I'm 25, young turn. I'm a dog mama with no drama, okay? I'm celibate, single, and cute, and sexy, and it's giving grown woman, amen? So I'm gonna wrap this up. I love y'all so fucking much. Thank y'all so much for listening to me talk this entire time. If you made it this far, bitch, you're a real one. I love y'all down. Y'all know I love y'all to the moon and back. I cannot wait to do a giveaway. Let's get to 3,000 subs. I'm so certain that this can happen. I cannot wait for it to happen, because anything that I want to achieve is not out of my reach. As long as I put my faith in God and myself and remain consistent and show up for y'all, even on the days that I don't feel like I can, it's gonna happen. So I really love y'all so much. Oh my gosh, I wish I could hug all 2,000 of y'all. Like, thank y'all so much for sticking by me, watching me, supporting me over the years. If you're new, you're gonna love it here. Get familiar with my content. I'm literally everywhere. I love what I do, and this is what I do. So on that note, good night, y'all, and I will see y'all asses in the next video.